Okay, so I understand a lot of my videos have just been me being bored or playing around for Josie, but this one I have once recorded before, but it apparently got deleted, so I'm actually going to read y'all Life of Joseph Tucker McCoy. My brother was 19 years old and he was killed, and I'd really like to get his story out there, as I attempted once. I would get his story out there, and I hope y'all help me get the most views and get this worldwide, and just help it be known. Um, okay, I'm gonna start off by showing some pictures. He was sweet. He was innocent. He never deserved to die. He was a loving cousin, brother, uncle, son, grandson, friend. It's him and my daddy. Birthday party, kind of crazy. Easter pictures, old family portrait, camping, then favorite uncle of the year. He's amazing. Best friends, been together since they were born. They was just a couple weeks apart. They was best friends since the time they was born. And now she's a cousin stuck without her best friend. Once again, Amber and Joe together. They were always together. He was there when every baby was born and didn't get to make it to see my baby be born. He was always there, always there to see them babies be born. He had a beautiful girlfriend who he loved so very much, Brittany. Once again, the coolest uncle. The best son, the best brother, the best protector ever. We love you, Joe. I also want to show one more thing before I start reading my story. I just want to show one more little thing and then I'll get to reading so y'all can know the story of what happened. Jojo, I made it. I graduated for you. All my brother wanted to do was to see me graduate. And he didn't make it to see that. But I know he was there every step of the way, holding my hand as I crossed that stage. Now this story I'm reading y'all, I had to read on the stand at his court dates, the trial dates for his murder. Okay, I kind of wrote this story a lot out of hatred, but this is how I felt and this is how I still feel. Please share this video, like it, get as many people as you can to watch it. I want his story out there. He was only 19 years old. This is the story of Joseph Raymond Tucker McCoy. Okay, Life of Joseph Tucker. 19 years old, killed. Headlines read in Tennessee, and as I read the Tennessee, I'm still in denial of the phone call I received the night before, February 16, 2012 at 9:57 p.m., saying my brother had been shot. I screamed as my aunt on my father's side told me that my brother had been shot. My heart breaking, I let out a scream, hollering, saying, "No, no, no." My grandmother, scared to death, coming down the hall, waking up from her sleep saying, "Calm down, what's wrong?" And that's how our hearts are breaking and letting out this unbelievable cry for him. Sorry. I called my aunts, uncles, and my mother and stepfather and tried to explain, but I couldn't get it out where they could understand me. From crying and screaming, nobody would understand me. I was so heartbroken. Is it true? Could it be that someone would do such a thing? Why my family? Why my brother? I kept asking all these questions. Lost and confused and so hurt. How could someone be so cold-hearted and do such a thing to someone like my big brother? Well, a couple of days go by as my family's grieving, trying to prepare themselves for the funeral Sunday, February 19th, 2012, at 1 p.m. through 8 p.m. that night. It was very hard on everyone. As I walked in, my mom took me up to the casket, and I collapsed, let out a scream for him to come back. It was the hardest thing I've ever seen him there. I just wanted to jump in with him. Probably had it. I could have. As I finally come down here to talk to my family and friends, everyone started hugging me and saying how sorry they was for my loss. Well, 8 p.m. comes around and everyone leaves and goes home and tries to sleep. My brother stops for the burial of my big brother. He was only 19 years old, too young to go, and so much life to live. He had so much going for him. He was going to school, getting a college degree, and a GED at the same time. It's crazy how he was taken in a blink of an eye. He was taken by a girl who now I believe should suffer and do life without a parole in prison for murder. My brother didn't deserve to die, so therefore she should suffer like my family is. As we get ready for the funeral service, 1 p.m. at West Harvard Funeral Home. We get there at 8:30 and visit with him until time to say goodbye. As everyone is exiting saying goodbye, me and the immediate family was last to walk up with my aunt. It was last. I walked up with my aunt. She went with me. I kissed him on the cheek. I hugged and told him I loved him one last time and said goodbye. I collapsed during my goodbye and needed help. I didn't want to do that. Didn't want that to be goodbye. It broke my heart. Seeing them carry his body out, unloaded, ready to leave to the burial site where he was being buried. Sorry. Which was at Maple View Cemetery in Smyrna. As we got there and everyone surrounded around, and the immediate family sat down with still hundreds of people there, just like at the funeral home. We all cried and screamed, "No, come back," and other things similar. They continued to lower him in the ground. Our hearts were shattered, and it just felt like we had been stabbed in our heart. Like we just lost everything. My older brother was too young to go, and so nobody can believe that it is true. The stories behind this tragedy just don't seem real for the loved ones. My brother had been murdered by a cold-hearted girl with a gun. She took his life. She pulled that trigger. The detectives are currently gathering evidence, so they have put the girl behind bars where she belongs for taking my brother's life. He didn't deserve this. All because of someone else. He lost his life, and now our family is suffering this terrible tragedy and wishing he was here with us. Things just don't feel right with him being gone. The girl walked up and shot him cold-heartedly, and now she needs to pay. He was only 19 years old and just started school. He had lots of love and never will be forgotten. This is a loving memory. Loving memory of Joseph Raymond Tucker. Gone but never forgotten. Rest in peace. I just want to let it out. That was before all the court hearings. The girl is now serving only 30% of 4 years for taking my brother's life. All because she claimed it was an accident. I don't care. Murder is murder. She took somebody that just did not deserve to die. He didn't do nothing wrong. And he's not here now to see his nieces and his nephews grow up. He's not here, and it hurts. But I just really like for everybody to please get the story out, and I hope you was able to understand me, because it is hard. It's been almost 2 years, and it's still really hard for me to read that story and for me to even think about him not being here. I like to think of him as in another place out West Nashville, somewhere hanging with his friends. But truth is, all reality, my brother's gone, and he's not coming back. But I really appreciate it if we could please comment, let me know what you think. Get this story out, and please share with people. Love and miss you, JoJo. Rest in peace, baby boy. Until we meet again.